Hi pretty simmers, it's Prettyplumbob here for the very first ever speed build that I'm sharing on my channel. Yay! I'm really excited to share this with you guys. I'm not often inspired to build. I've said it before on my channel that I'm not a builder, which isn't entirely true. I'm not that bad of a builder. I'm an okay builder, but I'm a very slow builder, and I only feel like building when I'm really excited about an idea, and I really feel like I have something different that I'm thinking about. So what really inspired me is how terrible, honestly, the Elixers and Brews lot is in Glimmerbrook. That is the world that came with Realm of Magic, and there's this little bar in it that to me is just so boring and such a missed opportunity, because we have so many cool magical objects in that world, and just like almost none of them are used in this bar. It's almost like they made the bar before they even made any of the magical stuff or objects for the game. So I really wanted to sort of like make over this bar and give it a little bit of a supernatural vibe, but I decided to take it even a little bit further than that. In terms of storytelling, I really wanted to make this lot unique. I really wanted to make it something that I could use in my storytelling. So what this bar is that it's like a tiny little pub that was built on top of a secret magic hot springs. So beneath this pub, there's like a secret magical little cave grotto. In my head, I was thinking maybe it could be used as sort of like a water altar, like a sacred water altar. For the witches, there's sort of like waterfall-y elements and crystals growing from it, and all sorts of cool things like that. So if you were just passing through Glimmerbrook, or you weren't a spellcaster, or you didn't know the town well, this would just seem like kind of like a quirky, fun bar with maybe some like witchy occult elements and that sort of thing. But just a bar, it would seem normal. But if you were someone who knew magic and was kind of like in the know, you would know that through the secret bookcase door in the back that there's actually this amazing underground like grotto situation. So that was my inspiration, and you'll see I kind of executed it. One thing that I do a lot in this video, you'll see me probably scrolling through the debug objects quite a lot, that cheat show hidden objects, and this is partly because I'm looking for certain things that I can't find there. I'm looking for like the ruins from Get Together, and I'm looking for certain like big rocks and stuff that I've seen before in the by debug mode, and I didn't realize that they were actually in the live show live edit objects mode, or live edit objects mode. I'll put both of those cheats in the description so you know what I'm talking about, because I'm not pronouncing them correctly here. But I didn't actually have that live edit objects mode on, and I couldn't find the rocks I was looking for. So instead I built this whole grotto in the bottom out of just singular rocks from like the base game. Like you get those 3 different rocks, and I kind of just like turned them and shaped them, and maybe there were a couple debug mode rocks that I tried to make look okay. But ultimately, I really wish I could have found those live edit objects. I might even go back in later for myself to just sort of edit and clean some of that stuff up, because some of the peaks of the grotto are like not totally as I want them, and I'm not totally happy with them. But I think that's me just being a perfectionist. It does still look like super cool and creepy and mermaidy and watery and magical, which is all that I was going for. So I also want to mention, you guys, I am such a painfully slow builder. At least I feel like I'm a slow builder. This build took me 4 hours, and that's before playtesting and then further editing a couple little things and stuff like that. So this is a 4-hour build. It's sped up in this video to 20 times the speed, which I feel like is very slow. If you're a builder, like, let me know in the comments how much you usually spend on these things, because for me it just takes so much longer than anything I do in game. Even though the editing here is very easy, I really have to like commit to something when I'm gonna do a build, and especially if I plan to finish a build in one sitting, because I feel like it can take me anywhere from, I don't know, 2 hours to 6 hours to get something that is well developed and in depth and to a point that I'm happy with. So that's why I don't put more of them on my channel. But let me know if you guys want to see more builds. I'm happy to sort of like work on that. And yeah, let you know what I'm doing. I do like to do really like colorful builds. You guys know, if you watch my channel at all, that I am a berry sim player. I love color. I love color in my builds as well as in my sims. So I tend to do things that are a little bit like outlandish. I love, for example, like all the movie hangout furniture, all the movie hangout like colorful chairs. I like to put all different ones around a single table, or that kind of thing. Just like I know I like colors that other simmers would probably find like very outlandish for a build. Like you have to be a certain kind of simmer to appreciate the rainbowness. And I watch people do these builds with like just amazing, beautiful, stunning, like neutral palettes, and I really appreciate like the restraint and like the sophisticated palette that those people have. And I literally just could never like color just, I don't know, in my Sims games, like I just love to be in a little colorful world. But I do definitely appreciate like a more refined aesthetic. If anybody else does colorful builds, if you've ever built like a really like colorful, fun rainbow house or anything super outlandish, let me know in the comments. I would love to even do a video like where I check out other people's colorful builds or like berry builds in the gallery. So if that's something you're interested in seeing, definitely let me know below. Another thing I want to mention really quickly about this build is the landscaping that's kind of around it. I included one of the wishing wells from Romantic Garden Stuff, I believe that wishing well came in, because I thought it would be kind of cool even if you were like a normal person that doesn't know about the grotto. You can maybe like drop some of the magical water and you know, make a wish and have weird effects from the wishing well. So that was my thought there. I also included a plasma tree to make things vampire friendly. So really any of your supernatural Sims, I don't know, maybe not aliens, but vampires and witches and mermaids should all feel super at home at this lot, which I think is like really fun to have sort of like a gathering place like that. I love occult Sims. I play with my occult Sims all the time. Maybe not aliens. I actually have a goal for myself to explore aliens a little bit more in the series. But besides that, like I'm always making mermaids and spellcasters and stuff, so I thought it would be nice for them to have like a nice place to go on a date and maybe like be their true occult selves and meet other supernaturals and that sort of stuff. I also want to say that recording this voiceover is so exciting for me because I always do the short cast voiceovers. Those videos are like 6 minutes, but I never have time to like chat with you guys and like get to know the crowd. So if you're new to my channel, first of all, welcome. I'm so happy you're here. I am a new YouTuber, so please go ahead and subscribe and like, maybe leave me a comment. I do reply to all of my comments and I appreciate all the feedback you guys give me. If you are somebody who's returning to the channel, welcome back. Fam, I love you so much. Literally, YouTube has been such a positive experience for me so far. I've only been here for 3 weeks, but I've met so many really cool, interesting people in the community, so many really like creative people, talented people, and also just like really sweet and nice and supportive people. Like, I'm so happy to connect with you guys. At the time I'm filming this, I'm at 82 subscribers, which is like amazing for me. I've only had the channel a couple weeks, so I'm just like so grateful and excited every single time I see a new subscriber pop up, and I like am so excited to like get to know everybody. And I've really found that I've been spending so much more of my time like watching like smaller YouTubers rather than like big established famous people. Just because like it's so nice and fun to like have that interaction and be able to chat with you guys and be able to give feedback and receive feedback and just be part of this like really positive and blossoming community. So if any of you also are thinking about joining or creating a YouTube channel, I do highly recommend come join our party. It's really fun. So you can see I've kind of gotten to the point now where I'm working on the basement and I'm working on all the like rock structures of this like cave that is existing here. And something that happened during this build is I actually got everything perfect, exactly how I wanted it. And then I went back up to the main level and I realized all of the tops of the rocks were pointing through the ground and you could see them all over the front yard of the little pub, which I was so mad about. I'd worked so hard on it and it was exactly how I wanted it, and then I pretty much had to start from scratch. I did let a couple things stay peeking through and I just kind of like disguised them with some like grass and stuff in the landscape, so they just look like blocks that I would have put on the landscape anyways, which didn't bother me so much, but I had to really like rearrange everything so that it wasn't like sticking up and like jagged and stuff on the front lawn of the pub. Since I do have a little bit of extra time in my description here, there's two building simmers in particular that I want to call out. One of them is Janelle Simmer, who I will link both of these in the description, but Janelle Simmer is so sweet. Right after I started following her, she actually gave me a shout out in one of her videos, which I thought was just so nice, and she does all these really cool builds. She did a zoo that is so cool, you guys. She put so much effort into every single habitat. I really appreciate it. She did an amazing underwater house that was so cool. And then the other simmer I really would like to call out is Kamila. I think that's her full channel name. That's how I'm remembering it off the top of my head anyways, but she does such incredible builds, and she kind of has like sometimes like a bit of a whimsical style about her too, like kind of like I do. She did this really cool like music box build that I was such a big fan of. She actually recently did like a mermaid grotto situation as well. Hers is in Sulani, so it's very different than like my cave vibes here. But it's just like a really incredible cool build. She builds like a whole shipwreck in it, which like I could just never. I don't have that kind of skill. So I'm gonna link both of those channels. I highly recommend you check them out. But again, those are just two of like the very many incredible simmers and YouTubers I've met on this journey. So if I didn't call you out, please don't feel left out. I probably still love you. Other than that, I think that brings us to almost the end of the video. I do have some screenshots at the end for you guys, so you can let me know what you think about all of that. I also did really quickly just want to add a plug for my 100 Berry Baby Challenge, which is a series I'm doing, and I'm really enjoying it. That's kind of my favorite thing that I'm doing on the channel. So I hope that you'll take the time to check that out. I'll have that linked on a playlist at the end. So at the very end of the video, when my funky theme music starts playing, you can find a link to my 100 Baby Challenge playlist there, and I hope you will take the time to check that out as well. So if you guys are still listening to me now, I want to take a second to say thank you for making it all the way through this video. We are almost at the end. I just have a couple more screenshots to share with you guys, and I would love to know what you think of the final build. It's also available for download on the gallery. My origin ID, I tried to update it so it matched my screen name. I'll have it linked in the description, but it is Prettyplumbob, all one word. I couldn't fit the pretty with the character limit they gave me, so you can find me on the gallery now as Prettyplumbob. Other than that, I hope that wherever you guys are in the world, you are staying safe, you are staying happy, and you are staying healthy. I hope you're taking time to take care of yourself and your mental needs, and your physical needs, whatever those things may look like for you as an individual. It is so important to take care of yourself during this time. In the meantime, I am sending you all my love from sunny Guatemala, where I am currently in quarantine, and I hope to talk to you all in the next one. Sul, y'all!